I don't think you can overestimate the importance of knowing your history in a democracy, right? If you don't know your history, then democracy fails.
I think knowing your local history is empowering. I think it gives you context to know how you want to impact your community, to question why things are the way they are, and to find ways for them to be different.
Whether the issue is economic growth or inequality, or immigration or racism, war and politics, if we don't know what we've done in the past and where we've come from, we're not going to be able to navigate the future.
Studying history gives us a much-needed perspective on our present and our future.
What happened in the past, pretty much we can mostly agree upon, but why it happened and who's telling the story, and more importantly, who's being left out of the story.
That's what I love about history, is that it encourages those conversations.
If you have an interest in what you're looking at, what part of the past you're looking at, what part of the world you're looking at, you will never run out of questions.
You know, where did we go wrong? How could we possibly think that was going to work? And if we understand how those decisions were made and why those decisions were made, then we can see how we can improve things in the future.
I feel like one of the major crises of our times is people understanding what is accurate information, how to corroborate information, how to deal with conflicting perspectives, to draw conclusions.
So being able to have the skills, the critical thinking skills to uncover a little bit more to the picture is crucial, I think, to understanding history as a whole.
And if we want to understand why our lives are the way that they are, why our society, our culture, our political system, our economic system is the way that it is, then the way that we figure that out is we study its history.
My experience as a student here at Humboldt State was, I honestly can tell you, it was fantastic. I had the support from all of my professors and staff. It was nothing short of feeling like I had gained a family.
I loved the small class sizes at HSU. That was one of the reasons I picked the school. I wanted small class sizes. I wanted to know my professors. I wanted to know my peers.
As students work their way through their academic career here, they get to know each other. And one of the things that I really like about that fact is that when I walk into a class of 25, 30 students, most of them already know each other. They're already chatting with each other.
One of the huge benefits of HSU's history department is the smaller class sizes. You know, even in survey level classes, I got to know my professors, which is, not the case at lots of universities.
The professors here care about their students, and the professors here not only are outstanding and very good at what they do, but they're also people that are going to go out of their way to help.
You have that relationship with your professors to the point where they're thinking about you, and I did feel like I almost became a part of their extended family, their adopted cousin or something, right?
I felt like it was transformative in that I had these very supportive people who I felt like were in my corner. And this comes from someone who, I've mentioned this before, I didn't have a lot of formal education as a youth. I'm a GED person, I dropped out of high school. And they weren't making it easy for me, and I think that that's very important. They challenged me, and they gave me the tools to help meet that challenge.
We regularly meet to talk about any students who are having difficulties, how we can alleviate those difficulties. We know our students, and that connection makes it personal.
It's electric. The amount of energy that my students bring to the classroom, it's what I live for.
The students that graduate from the history program at HSU go into all kinds of fields. It never ceases to amaze me what our students are going to do after they graduate.
People with history degrees often go into teaching, academics, writing, law, politics, the kinds of things you might imagine, but they also go into, for example, business. and even law enforcement. We have 2 recent graduates, one of whom is now an Arcata City police officer, and the other is a state park ranger working locally. The skills that we teach in the history major, things like research, critical thinking, analysis, writing, presentation, are all skills that are very valuable in the modern economy. So our candidates often get very good jobs. And among liberal arts degrees, history majors often have the highest earnings.
You know, with their support, with their encouragement, I eventually decided to apply to graduate school to pursue my master's and then later my PhD. And throughout that entire process, whether it was navigating applications, getting letters of recommendation, writing cover letters, all of that, professors in the department helped me each step of the way.
We have a career workshop that focuses on how to think about the skills you've picked up as a historian and then how to turn those into skills on a resume that any employer would want to have.
There were professors who had opportunities available. They had internship programs. I found that the opportunities that were afforded were able to nurture you in whichever direction you wanted to go.
We have internships at the Clark Museum in Eureka. We have arranged for internships at museums in Los Angeles, in San Diego, and also in the Central Valley of California. So this is the kind of hands-on stuff that I'm talking about. I mean, it's direct, get your hands dirty, roll up your sleeves, help a museum, help an archive, help a nonprofit, figure out how they're going to sort of put their story out there to the public.
One of the main things I feel I walked away with from the university is like a confidence in myself and a confidence in my ability to go out into the world and market myself for my worth and my value.
The history program at HSU has a really hands-on component, especially with the history education, because one of our courses gets you into the classroom observing teachers, but a side component of that same class is our involvement in History Day, which is a once-a-year activity that is on HSU's campus, and those students who are history future teachers, as I sometimes call them, are pretty much involved in helping run that program on campus.
It's been really fun to translate sort of this academic degree into something really accessible and fun. I love my job. I love what I do. It's I don't know how many people get to end up with their dream jobs, but I certainly did. And I definitely couldn't have done that without the help of the HSU History Department and the support and the nurturing that they gave me to get to this point.